Hi everyone, this is Angie with Love Family Doll Show, and you will not believe how much fun I had making this teleconference room. Olivia and I had so much fun playing with it, and so will you once you're done making it. I am so excited about this because I've been wanting to do this for so long. This entire video will include everything from the walls to the office furniture, the glass door, and decor. For the walls, I chose trendy orange folders from Office Depot. The two folders will be glued onto this 13 by 20 inch piece of cardboard, but first we need to cut out the door frame for the glass door. I measured approximately 2 inches from the fold line, then flip the folder around and then cut off that excess part. For the glass door, I'm using plastic from toy boxes and it needs to be able to open and close, so for the door frame I have drawn lines that are approximately 1.5 inches from top to bottom and the side. The glass door is approximately 11 inches in length and then 5 inches in width, so therefore the inner frame line needs to be drawn at approximately 1/4 inches from the glass door. Next, I cautiously cut out all sides of the door frame. You can keep the cutout to make an extra door. Now I'm placing one of the orange folders that we cut under this cardboard so that we can trace out the cutout for the door frame. Once the doorway is cut out, I glue on both the right and left folders to the cardboard to make the walls. Now I'm just choosing where I want the room to fold on the left and right sides.
I love you, Mommy.
I love you too, Caddy Bean. I want this room to be as modern as possible, so I'm going to make a trendy grass wall on the left side by taking grass from the mom wall that we used from our Mother's Day episode from last year. I made this wall art to look like it has full lights made out of rhinestones, and then the background is made with gold poster board. It says greener grass with Love Tech. Once the space is cut out, I glue down the wall art first and then the grass wall on top of it. I'm just cutting a few strips of the gold rhinestone to add to both the bottom, top, and sides. To make this even more modern, I'm adding a brick wall mural. With one sheet of orange construction paper, I cut 1 by 1.5 inch strips to make the bricks. I glue them on starting at the top left, then on the second row, I glue them on at 1/2 inch. I leave small gaps between the bricks and continue to alternate between 1 to 1.5 inches all the way down. Time to paint it with a mix of orange, gray, and 2 shades of yellow. I'm blotting it with cotton for color variation, also that's going to add more texture. I tried to border the brick wall by using a roller, but that didn't work out for me, so I ended up using blue painter's tape and the lines came out so much straighter and neater. Whoops, I got a little bit of black paint on the sides of the orange folder, but once it dries, I did go ahead and repaint it with orange paint. I finished the wall by sealing it with Mod Podge and gold paint. The gold paint really accents this wall and it also blends in with the gold rhinestones on the grass wall. I'm gluing on black painted strips of paper that are approximately 1.5 inches in width for the borders, and then once it dries, I just flip it over and cut off the excess ends. Now I'm gluing on 1/2 inches of white poster board to line the door frame as well as the top of the wall. If needed, you can use clamps or clothespins to hold down the strips while they dry. I'm also adding leftover strips of black painted paper to the black lines on the side of the brick wall. I wanted the right wall to be a little wider for some artwork, so I added cardboard and leftover orange folder. Now I'm piercing a hole through the glass door made out of plastic before we secure it to the frame. I'm using a piercing tool, but a safety pin or a tack will work, and then for the handle I'm using a black painted paper clip. Now I'm adding 4 1-inch strips of black foam sheet to make the flexible door hinges. Once the hinges are added to the front and back, the door should be able to move freely. Lately, I've really been liking modern clocks, so let's make one for the wall out of a black bead and then black painted toothpicks. I set the shorthand to 9 o'clock because for some reason most morning meetings happen to be at 9 o'clock. It works. I added on some leftover pieces of black plastic for the minutes, and it also makes it look more abstract. For the flat screen TV, I am using a 5 by 3 inch piece of foam board. I'm gluing on a piece of painted black paper for when the TV is off. I don't know where my wall putty is, so I'm sticking it to the wall with rolled painter's tape. I'm creating a teleconference screen with white postcard and blue letters. I'm also going to draw on a Wi-Fi symbol. With more rolled painter's tape or putty, I'm able to stick it on top of the screen so that it comes on and off easily. For the table, I am using black painted cardboard that is in the shape of an extended octagon. The table is approximately 8 inches in length and it can seat up to 4 dolls. The legs are made out of 2 black painted 12-inch dowels that I cut into halves. I lay the table down flat, cross 2 of the dowels, and glue them down horizontally at the center. Next, I take the 2 remaining dowels and glue them on one by one vertically at the center of the previous crossed dowels. I'm taking permanent black marker to cover up those glue areas of the dowels. The top of the table will be made with the same shape and size. However, I did cut out a 2 by 3 inch rectangle in the center for the glass. I paint the top part of the table black, then place the glass on the bottom part of the table, and once the top is dry, it could be placed on top too. I'm wrapping painter's tape around the edges, then tucking it underneath and painting it to give it a clean, sleek look. To make the chairs, I take a 9 by 12 inch piece of felt sheet, fold it in half, and then cut it down the middle line. Next, I take a 2 by 5 inch piece of cardboard and then a 6 by 2.5 inch piece and wrap them in the felt sheets. I'm taking 4 7-inch pieces of black string and tying it around the chair to give it a line pattern. Now I glue the 2 pieces together with the finished sides on the outside. Now I bend the lower end of the chair into seated position. Glue on foam sheet at the bottom, cut black painted paperclip to make the lever, poke a hole at the bottom right side, push the paperclip through, then glue on a small black bead. I poke another hole at bin level, open it with scissors. You can also use a screwdriver, which is safer. Then I take a black painted 3-inch dowel and poke it through the hole to make the base, followed by 5 2.5-inch dowels glued around the neck of the base. Now I take black buttons and glue them at the ends of the legs on each side. For the arms, I glue on 2 black painted straws, then add felt on top to give the dolls cushion. This was so easy and lovable that I made 3 total. Hey Cody, we're just waiting on one more person. Sorry, I'm late. These dolls need a cup of coffee for this interview. So why are you leaving real estate for IT? Well, keep in touch. And the dolls can turn off the TV once they're done. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.